Before starting the video, I want to let you guys know that I hit a Pokemon in the first few minutes of this video. The first one to find it and post it in the comments will win Robux. Read the description for more information. Lit day, yeah, what's up guys? Welcome to a new series that I will start just for this week. So basically, each day of this week, I will be reviewing each Loomian starter. I'm going to review them based on their order in the Loomipedia. For example, Embit is number 1 in the Loomipedia, which is why this is the Loomian that I will be reviewing today. I hope you guys like this small series, because I hope to continue it when the game is out with much more Loomians. Let's begin. First, I want to talk about the origin of the name. The name Embit comes from the combination of the words ember and rabbit. Here's a picture of ember. And here's a picture of a rabbit. Now, picture them together and you get Embit. Embit was announced on January 19th, 2019 on a tweet from Llama Train Studio. Here's the first picture we got of Embit. So, Embit was designed by Bobbin Katzen and was modeled by Kevin Katzing. The description of Embit is: its soft fur is always warm to touch. This Loomian is especially popular in the colder regions of Roria, where it helps its trainers stay warm in the harsh climate. There's something interesting that the description of Embit has. In the description it said that this Loomian is popular in the colder regions of Roria, where it helps its trainers stay warm in the harsh climate. Upon thinking about this, is it possible that we could be seeing a new city similar to Frostville City in Loomian Legacy? And now that I think about it, in the game your Loomians will follow you around. When you're in the cold city in Loomian Legacy, do you think that we will see a lot of Embits walking around or standing still with the NPCs? What do you guys think about this? Also, another question that I have is, how does Embit help its trainers stay warm in the harsh climate? Is it possible that Embit has some sort of fire coming out of its body that helps the trainer in order to get warm? I think that this may be the case, guys. What do you guys think? Now, let's talk about Embit. So, Embit is very similar to a rabbit, if not, it's identical to one. The only difference from Embit to a normal rabbit will be the fact that Embit has red legs, a cool red collar, and some red ears. Particularly, I really like this from Embit, and it's a pretty nice touch from Bobbin Katzen and Kevin Katzing to make Embit like this. Great job, guys. Another aspect from Embit that I really like would be its face. The face shows that Embit is not your average friendly Loomian, because Embit clearly looks like it's ready to attack anyone who gets in its way. Also, if you guys look at the eyes of Embit, there's some sort of blue which perfectly matches its color scheme. Now, let's get a bit more technical. Being a fire type Loomian, there's a few things that we can determine. Fire is effective against plant, ice, bog, and metal. In Pokemon Generation 1, there were 14 grass Pokemon, 5 ice Pokemon, and 12 bug Pokemon. There weren't any steel Pokemon. So basically, if Ambit were to be a Pokemon in Generation 1, there will only be 31 other Pokemon to which it will be effective against, which isn't fairly a big number. Regardless, Ambit looks like the type of Loomian to be very on the offensive side rather than the defensive side. So it wouldn't surprise me if it were to be effective against more Loomians. Now let's talk about the types of which Embit is weak against. Embit is only weak against water and earth type. In Pokemon Generation 1, there were 32 water type Pokemons and 14 ground type Pokemons with a total of 46. This isn't the best to Embit in Pokemon Generation 1. Regardless, I don't believe that this will be the same number of Loomians that Embit will be weak to in Loomian Legacy Veils of Shadow. One more thing before moving on, as far as we can assume, Embit is not effective at all against Spirit type, which could be a big deal when using Embit in PvP. For me though, I'm not much of a PvP guy, so I don't really care about this, but if you guys plan to use Embit for PvP, you should take this into consideration. Now let's talk about the images of Embit. Embit has appeared in 4 different forms so far. Let me show you guys all of them. As a matter of fact, Embit appeared also in the Worlds Apart trailer. Let me show you guys that clip real quick. So in this small video, we can see Embit and Jake. Contradicting what I said previously, this video actually makes Embit look nice and joyful instead of fierce. I believe that Embit acted like this in this video because I think that Jake and Embit will be friends in Loomian Legacy. Moving on, I want to talk about the moves of Embit. Embit is the only Loomian that we know the moves of, because when T-Radom gave some information about the game, he only showed us this screenshot. So in this picture we can see the starter moves for Embit. Embit has the moves Singe, Pounce, and Stare. I'm pretty sure that Stare is going to be a move similar to Leer, and I'm not quite sure about Singe. In regards to Pounce, the description of this move goes as unexpectedly dash into the target. Now let's talk about the health and energy of Embit. T-Radom tweeted out this picture the other day. Upon looking at this picture we can see that Embit is pretty much average. Actually, every Loomian but Snowcup are average. Embit has 21 of health and 89 of energy. This means that Embit could use the move Singe 4 times until it needs to recharge energy. So in terms of energy, Embit is average. Now let's talk about health. Embit has 21 of health, which is also average. Well, that's about it. Now let's move on. Now that we've covered everything that there's to cover about Embit, let's talk about the possible evolutions for Embit. Before showing you guys these fan-made evolutions, I want to shout out Vinevol for drawing them. So our first evolution, we have Flahair. The description of Flahair is, Flahair has a short temper. Whenever it gets angry, it will lash out at whatever upset it. This can sometimes cause it to be led into trouble. Do you guys like this evolution? Let me know in the comments. Flahair comes from the combination of the words flame and hair. Notice how its scarf is on fire and its tail is also on fire. Now let's go into our next evolution, Charbon. The description of this fan-made Loomian is, its fiery tail causes it to burn down forest. It does a victory dance once it beats a hard opponent. It gets upset when it loses. It usually gets into trouble. For sure, Charbon is very powerful and I will be scared to face it in battle, unless I have a spirit type Loomian. Well guys, that's all I have for you today on Ambit. I hope you guys enjoyed this video and I hope that you learned something from it. Also, if you haven't found the hidden Pokemon that I placed somewhere in this video, go try to find it now. Thank you so much for watching this video. I'm Armenti and we lit.